Well, you made your own TCG. What next? Well, in my opinion, and like Zach from the Chaos Galaxy said, catalog everything. Keep everything safely stored and protected. Plastic binder sheets. I'm about to show you a nice binder. Label it. You see here, my homemade TCG 2248 stored in the binder here. I want to show you everything I put in here, how I've organized it, give you some ideas. So this right on top here was actually something I was working on for the never completed third set of my homemade trading card game 2248. A lot of interesting cards here. And that was before I went off to college, and then after college I suffered an unfortunate injury where I have minimal control and minimal dexterity in my dominant hand that I used to draw with. But that aside, there's the cards, 3, and here we go. But I finished 2 sets of gold. Here we go, I have them in nice protected sleeves. I believe I got these at CVS. Definitely worth it. You don't want your paper getting dirty, things spilling on it, other stuff like that. You want to keep it nice and protected. So these are the original things I drew at the time I went over it with pen, some colored pencils. All these you'll see here I did while I was in high school. And it's not really nice to really look through these and just get inspired and have a sense of nostalgia. But it's just, you don't really want to lose any of your work. You want to keep it in one place. In the end, making these things, they're really a piece of you. They're a piece of your creativity. I want to keep it safe. This is a very sci-fi oriented game. I started my junior year of high school. That I've talked about in previous videos. And now we're going to the second set. And this one I tried to really step up the art style a bit. Not that the first set, in my opinion, was a bad art style, but really make the colors pop more. A little more intense. Plan out the sketches a little more. Do some updated sketches of older cards. So did some new artwork on a lot of older cards that I really like, honestly. Loved how these turned out. And by this time, I had really had more of an idea about what I was going for. Did a lot more planning for this set than I did for the first one. I even posted a video several years back, probably 5 or 6, where I was actually doing a time lapse of drawing one of the sheets of these cards. First in pencil, then colored pencil for the image there, going over it in pen, and creating a finished product, which I then laminated. In this second set, I loved creating these images with really intense colors from colored pencils and creating kind of like a alien landscape on a foreign planet with a colored atmosphere and some kind of textures, a moon, other planet, close up, different perspectives. You know, honestly, it's the time to experiment when you do these things. A lot more backgrounds, a lot more detail, big space laser, black hole that honestly looks more like a flower. This was my interpretation of a kind of bit of fire spitting out of a large dying star. Big ship, and this is my favorite art in the whole game, Fox Class Titan. Love that. Just think of it as walking across a battlefield on another planet, explosions, background, sky, just a lot more elements. That's why I'm so glad I really kept these stored in here, protect them, and just be able to relive nostalgia. I mean, this literally is a piece of me, back when I could still draw like this with my dominant hands. And I'm so glad I kept it. Transport carrier, flamethrower, a lot of stuff. I love this one too, more perspectives, kind of volcano, lava-y landscape with a very alien, almost bug-like creature, like a mutant praying mantis type thing. Here's a very deadly machine, very cool. But I think of this as an archive. It's really an archive of me, and yours be an archive of you. And I could go on forever showing all these drawings. I'll show you a few more, but you know what? Try it yourself. I don't care if the game you made was when you were, 6, 7, whatever age you were, no matter if you think the drawings are bad or you don't think it means much to you in the present. Just, store it in a binder. Put it in these little plastic sleeves. Look at it 5, 10 years later. Whatever you thought about it then, just experience flipping through it. Just bring back those memories. Just to think about it. Keep it around. Small binder tucked away. It is definitely worth it. I loved these two as well. Little robot picking up uranium. I love this one too, very confidential files on a binary screen. It's a lot of interesting stuff, more perspective. Some more good drawings there. Then the more resource-oriented planet cards there. I'm doing everything with one hand. That's why it's going all over the place, but this has to be tied for my most favorite artwork. in the game. I mean, I experimented doing full art resource planning cards. This is my favorite of them. Very much a fading and transitioning color scheme of red, orange, yellow, with big black igneous rocks that I like to think of as dried magma, dying worlds, uranium worlds. Very cool. Then there's just paper back there. But anyways, let's close all this back up. Put that on top. Dropped it for a second. But all in this little binder. As crude as this video may be, filming on an iPhone, one hand, sitting down, keeping good archives or records, whatever you do, whether it's drawing comics, making trading card games, just little ideas, sketches relating to your creativity. Whatever you do, keep it archived as a piece of you and just something to relive that nostalgia and keep you inspired. Alright. Thank you. Have a good one.